Say more about the balance of, because it isn't just about being nice, because absolutely just being nice doesn't cut it. It's being nice, and what else?
It's being nice, but if you're too nice, then what you do is you create a team that's dependent on you.
Yeah.
So we want to avoid that. We want the team to develop and have, so we don't feel responsible for them. So actually that gets back to that responsibility thing. So yes, being nice and looking after them and showing support, but also saying, actually, you probably know the answer to this without having to come to me. And one of the things that I did use, actually, and it's something that I've started to sort of with my clients, ask whoever comes to you with a challenge, everyone's your team, say, well, first of all, before we do anything, what would you do if I wasn't here? So they have the opportunity then to say, right, well, okay, if you wasn't here, I would do X, Y, and Z.
Yes.
And then you've got a starting point, rather than you being the one that has to solve the problem all the time. So you're sort of deflecting it a little bit, but you're still showing the support, which is just saying, well, I'm going to help you, but before I do that, I want to know what you would do.
Yes.
Then what happens is that if you do that consistently, what you'll find is that those team members will come to you with the problem and the solution first. So you don't have to say that, well, what would you do? Because they'll say, I've got this problem. I was thinking about doing this. And it could be just say, spot on, that's what you need to do. And obviously it saves you time. So it's a time saver in the long run if you start to introduce that, what would you do if I wasn't here, rather than being that overly supportive. I'll solve the problems. Come to me. I'll nurture you and be the person that's there for you, without expecting you to really sort of think about this yourself.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
That absolutely makes sense. It's really, I'm hearing in my world, because I'm a coach, taking more coaching approach with people, helping them find their own solutions, and from doing that, they're then empowered and they grow and are more responsible. And that also tunes into thinking I have around leadership, that actually it's part of your responsibility as a leader to give it away. Give it to other people. You don't need to be doing it all. And in fact, your job is really to make yourself redundant, ultimately, that your team should rise up and be effective enough that they don't, in the end, they might not even need you.
Yeah.
So, which I think for many leaders is a scary thought, because they want to be involved. They want to be included, but that is part of your job, to bring people on and help them grow and develop, so they're able to do it for themselves.